I'm good, Jonathan.
You good?
Mwah. Where are we going?
We'll go view a standard villa first,
Okay.
and then I'll show some of the renovation that we can do to that and the value.
Perfect.
And I'll show a finished one then.
I'm just here wanting to see this size and scale of Emaar Oasis comparing to Jumeirah Islands, because obviously it's super similar.
One standard and one upgrade that we can view, and you can see the change in how we add value.
Look forward to it.
Let's go!
Shall we say like David and Hannah?
Hi, I'm Dave. Hi, I'm Hannah. And together, we're Hannah and Dave. Anna here thinks Emaar Oasis is better than Jumeirah Islands. I tend to argue that, and here's why. Come on.
He knows.
Right, so a Palmyra 4-bed classic is built up area how much?
4-bed classic, 5,600 to 6,262.
Okay, so this is 5,250
Wow.
on a 9,200 square foot plot. Now, completely standard, so again, loads of value to add to this, yes. Which you would then get something like that Miami style one over there, which right now, if that came to the market, would be on the market at probably 38 to 40 million. So this one's on the market at 25.
And this is 9,200. So put that into perspective. When you go to Emaar Oasis, the Palmyras, they're all situated on 8,200 to 8,500.
Yep.
I guess for your larger plots, we'd have to go to the different clusters. Palmyra is your starting base. It was phase 1. They're only 4 beds and 5 beds. To then get the larger scale, which would be starting 12,000 plot and starting up there 10,000 all the way up to 35,000 square foot, you would have to go into your Mirage, La Vita. But we're more or less comparing today the Palmyra for brick.
Yep.
The main difference is actually the developer of this is Nikhil, right?
Yes.
Whereas the developer of Emaar Oasis is Emaar.
Who would have guessed that? This is a Volkswagen Golf made by Volkswagen. Right, come on in, we'll look at some of the changes. So this is your entertainment foyer layout, right? So what you have is your 4 bedrooms, 1 bedroom downstairs that's en suite. You have this kind of family dining space, which most people will convert to an office or something else. Then remove that wall. I'll show you a renovated one after this so we can actually see what the changes that is.
It's interesting, isn't it, that a lot of people buy them for the renovation aspect, because they're very, I think this just shows the people that used to come to Dubai.
Yeah.
They like their different rooms, maybe they were Asian because the kitchens and staff and everything else, whereas you're seeing now with a lot of the Oasis, they're a lot more open planned. They also have lift shafts in them. These don't have lift shafts.
No, they don't. You don't have basements here.
Yeah,
so
only some have basements. Palmyra don't primarily have basements, but some do.
Yeah, but when you factor in, so Palmyra, you have to be kind of on a lagoon. Here you're on the lake. The main difference for me is location.
Yeah.
Oasis is right now, in my opinion, pretty far out. In 10 years time, is it going to be more central? Probably. When you factor in where you are here, there's JLT directly ahead of you. The MCC building here. You're on Sheikh Zayed Road in 7 to 8 minutes. You're in the Marina Mall in 12 minutes. You're on the Palm in 15 minutes. Everything around you right now is still on your doorsteps. All your schools, Emirates International, DBS, Dubai British Academy, GEMS International, Ham Jebel Ali is not going to be too far away. So in terms of location, it's always going to hold its value. Is the appreciation in Emaar Oasis? Yes, it is in time. You are getting a newer product in a bigger kind of built up, bigger plot, newer community, yes.
So say for non-standard Jumeirah Islands, what's your average price per square foot?
Standard are around 4,200 to 4,600.
Right.
And then you're probably at around 6,000 to 6,500 per square foot for your upgraded.
See, that just shows you. So you're 50% cheaper buying an Emaar Oasis because the price per square foot there starts at 1,700 to 2,200. So yes, you're not getting a ready product now. Yes, you can't have the same leverage ability because obviously you can mortgage these right now. It will come in time, but you're also getting a product half the price. Now, you are right, it is a little bit further out for the time being, but when you look at Dubai's D22 plan, it won't feel that far out.
As expats, we're used to living, unless you've always lived in central London, I've lived in the countryside all my life. So for me, I live in the Mac Hills, so again, I live quite a bit out, but I don't mind the commute because for me, my way of de-stressing after a day off in this current market is driving home that 25-30 minute drive and just listening to music and putting my phone away.
100%. I mean, what's really interesting about here and why I wanted David to show us around is the size of this plot. So you said this is 9,000 square
200,
foot. 200. But this size of plot, Emaar Oasis is 8,200. Now they don't have a front garden, so it will be very similar to this, whereas you had a bit of a front garden there. Which is interesting because a lot of people have been comparing Emaar Oasis rather to Dubai Hills, and not many people mention Jumeirah Islands, but when you look at this lake, yes, it's more of a river or a lake rather than a swimmable lagoon. It is super similar to what Oasis concept's going to be. Different developer, but plot size, scale, they're more or less like for like, except you're buying something newer and it's an Emaar community. Do they provide a better community?
If you bought one of these in 2020, 2021, you're probably at around 7.5 to 8.5 million dirham. 23, 24, you're probably at around the 14 to 15 mark. Last year, you might have got one at 17, 18.
Yeah.
Now there's nothing under 21, 22.
So I say to every investor, it's key to look at your price per square foot and to ensure that numbers work before you invest. Yes, it's a great time to buy an investment, to say it's potentially for interest, but always have in mind, if it's not right, we can sell it, and the profit that you make during the construction period will bridge the gap for you finding the property of your dreams, let's say, when the community hands over. And I think that's the most strategic way to invest in off-plan. Now, Oasis, you said there's 900 units here. In Oasis, there's going to be 3,500, but the scale of the full community is the same size as Dubai Hills, which has 27,000 units in it, which is just crazy when you think only 3,500.
Yeah.
So you really see that these communities, you've seen how much the price per square foot has gone up. It's because people now really enjoy the privacy, the indoor-outdoor living, which I think previously people didn't think too much about. So me and David have actually done a lot of viewings on Jumeirah Islands for potential renovations, and we've found it's really cross-sellable to Emaar Oasis and Jumeirah Islands. Where are you seeing, obviously this is an unrenovated standard, where have we been seeing the most value coming into these types of properties? What have they been changing?
Your main entrance is here. Some people will move that to the side, but an extension on the corner here, and then on the far side over here, you'll also do an extension on that side of the property as well. This is usually a high open ceiling.
Okay.
So you'd have your 9-meter glass window here. They've covered it in because they've actually changed around the layout upstairs. The value comes with that high ceiling because you want your dining area here. Your kitchen area is in the back section here. Most people move it to here.
Okay.
And have your show kitchen here, dining here, open that out and you'll have your living space there. But I have one down around the corner, which I'll show you exactly what we've done. And then you can see exactly how the layout changes because it's the exact same layout.
Yeah.
But again, that's on the market at 35 million.
Wow.
So that's where the value comes into it. And then upstairs you have 4 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms upstairs, 1 bedroom downstairs, and then you can add a 5th bedroom upstairs. It's
crazy how when you go into a renovated one to non-renovated, like how much work actually gets done.
These are around 5,250 square foot standard, and you can get them extended up close to around 6,000. So usually when you walk upstairs, you actually come in this way into kind of a matchless area for your master. Walk-in closet is through a door here. They've switched it around. So this is usually
where that guy put the office space.
Do an extension at the front or...
See, do you know what I just love? Look how private every room we look out, like it's trees, it's lakes.
Because your garage is over here. They will extend out onto the garage, and that's where you'll get your 4th bedroom upstairs. And then it's a 5-bed. Because if you are looking at 35 million, it has to be a 5-bed.
So these are larger properties, but people now want larger spaces, more luxurious finish, and would have smaller places because people aren't having as many kids as they used to. Ultra high end, maybe for a banker or a bachelor, or maybe a couple that are not having kids, which we all know is getting a lot more popular. Then rather than squeezing in bedrooms to be like, it's a 6-bedroom, bring all your kids. Most people in Dubai only have maximum, what, 3?
This is where your high open ceiling usually is. Walk-in closet.
Is this someone renovating?
Somebody did this. I've told the owner, I said, I would just take it away. If you want to sell it, you need to get rid of this. But also, this is part of your master bedroom. So it is quite nice to have your living space for your master here looking at that skyline view. But your guests can't really enjoy that then because you don't have the floor-to-ceiling glass.
Bloody hell, they must have not liked shopping those, or they're small.
So that's they would use that then as an additional walk-in closet, and then you have another one here.
Because think, if I'm buying a 35 million house, I better have a lot of bloody Birkins.
100%.
A full Birkin closet.
Your lake view off your master.
This is incredible, and this is why I think Emaar Oasis is going to be a huge selling point because it feels so tranquil.
Will you have views of the skyline from Emaar Oasis, or are you too far out?
No, you'll have views going down towards the Burj Khalifa and this side, depending on which side Oasis is in. Just like what you get in Jumeirah both estates.
Yeah.
So it depends the location, depends the angle of your property, yet you could technically still have views.
You can go into the first launch, right, and you can get value. You buy at a good price per square foot. But what I've seen with some launches, properties that launched later are better quality. Take Nadashiva Gardens, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. They changed the materials and the layouts of some of the properties into the later phases. So I saw the 7-bedroom in phase 8. It's completely different to what's in phase 2, 3 and 4. Again, better materials, better location. But again, you pay a higher price per square foot.
I always say to specifically investors, if you're looking purely for the uprise and the equity building, you have to buy phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 because you know you're buying it cheapest. Prior to this event, obviously what's going on, Palmyra 1 had already, still a year and a half of handover, and they've already achieved 35 to 55% because they bought in phase one and because Emaar control the market. I think you have to be really specific on who you're buying and investing with to ensure you're covered. If you are going to potentially live in it and you do want that higher quality finish, or you do want a branded aspect, or you do want to see how it's going to pan out and have a better outlook of how the full community is going to look, because think, Jumeirah 1, they only showed a tiny little section of the full community. They didn't tell you what the full master plan looked like. And that is a risk you're taking, but you're betting on the future. You can buy in any phase, because if you have the leverage capabilities to be able to build up your down payment as you would when putting your down payment on, let's say, buy one of these, your mortgage is still required 20, 30%, even 40% if you're an international buyer. This allows you to put it as like a bank stop-start, that you maybe have a more of a choice of your unit. But there's a risk. You can't always say that you're going to get the highest price per square foot, because look at the address Dubai Hills. People betted on it that they were going to get the highest appreciation because it was branded. People have sold at below OP and OP, and it's the only Dubai Hills community launch that never received uplift. The reason being, it was past phase 10, but people were going, oh well, phase 1, phase 2, and this is where you have to watch with agents. Agents showing you recent transactional data without showing you the larger pictures and focus too much in, oh, this was the uplift. Watch, because usually it doesn't make sense and you're not going to get that again. You have to really look at the larger picture to really see where that uplift came from, and that's where you have to kind of get it in the guaranteed 1, 2, 3 if it's built by Emaar, not all developers.
I'll get a word in, do I?
Is she going to take a breath?
I just love it. This is one we viewed, isn't it?
I don't think I viewed this one with you.
Did we not view it with Joe?
Maybe I did.
Yeah,
I remember.
No, we definitely did view this one.
Was it? Okay.
So MTV, welcome to my crib.
Let's take off the shoes here, guys, if you don't mind.
This is gonna be my house in 5 years.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, I love the privacy of this one.
This is 35.9.
I love how light it is as well.
Yeah, so if you remember when we were in that last one, I was telling you about that void section here that they covered in. That's what you're missing here. That's the small like dining room that comes as standard. So this is up to 6,000 built up area now compared to the standard 5,250. This is the high ceiling that I was mentioning.
This is so much better. And do you know what I love about this one? Like the glass staircase, and obviously the ones we've others seen, they've blocked that off and put it into a cinema room or a study. Correct. But I must say, having the full light with the privacy, even though
it makes all the difference.
It makes amazing.
Extending that corner, bringing your show kitchen to there, you then have a back kitchen maid room at the other side.
Right.
So again, you still get everything that you possibly need. I sold one in December, 21.5, backing a road. It says how much the market has moved. Transaction 2 weeks ago, 23.5 for a standard. So
wow. It's behind there. Is this where the...
So this is where your downstairs bedroom is. Okay. You have your powder room. And again, what they've done here, I'll show you upstairs as well, is they have one living space here, one living space here, and then upstairs I'll show you they have another one. Yeah, so this is technically a bedroom slash, because you have an ensuite and closet space, so it's technically a bedroom. They have furnished it as a office.
For this is very much being custom to British, American, Western.
Europeans.
Who do not have 5 kids in Dubai. It's way too expensive.
Yeah. No, agreed. But again, it's a hybrid room where you can do it with a sofa bed if you wanted to.
I love how big it is. So this is 6,000 built up.
Yeah.
So this is similar to the 4-bed Jumeirahs, which you can just see the scope of what we could do in renovation a few years down the line. Wow, sorry, it's a showstopper. Absolutely gorgeous.
When you used to come up the stairs, you wrap around in this door, and this would be your kind of mattress study of your master, but they've extended it, added another bedroom here over this space here, so you've big bedroom here.
See how nice it is having like proper space at bedrooms. Yeah. And a lot of the newer communities, you just don't get this.
And they're all en suite.
Yeah, it's lovely.
And then, so you have 2 bedrooms there that are both en suite, but then this one here, this is your master. You have a big terrace out the front.
Oh wow, get sun as well in the morning. Perfect for your morning coffee. Gorgeous!
Going back to what we were saying, that'll be finished in a couple of months, so at least you don't have that. There's renovations. The one next to you is already renovated. 2 down are both renovated. 3 over there are already renovated. So I think there's only around 2, maybe 3 villas left in this cluster that are standard. Everything else has been upgraded. The record price actually was on that one over there that BCI did.
Really?
Sold last year 45 million.
Wow.
13,000 plus.
Why do you think that one got the best price?
It was built up to around 6,600 and it was 13,000 plus. I
mean, what I will say is you realise how big Emaar Oasis is actually going to be, because if these are only 5,000 to 6,000 and our smallest is 5,300 up to 35,000, this community is actually going to be just filled with monster villas.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. It's mini hotels.
Yeah.
It's absolutely nuts.
That's your terrace, ensuite, closet space behind there.
I just love it. I want to move in. It's so nice.
When you lose the sun on that side, you'll get on this side. You'll get your sunrise on this balcony because it easts that way. Okay. And then you'll get your sunset on that balcony.
Oh, it's gorgeous. So what size of plot is this?
This is 10,700. From a renovation perspective, the finishing of the plot is very, very important. You need to have enough space. You'll see that they've utilised the living space here, the barbecue area outside, the pergola, the fire pit, and again, kept it very, very private. So from an entertainment's perspective, it's fantastic.
This is a similar size plot to what you're going to get even on the lowest or the smallest plot in sizes, Palmyra, all the way up to your largest in La Vita, which will be 4 or 5 times the size of this, to really give that aspect, because it's very hard, as we both know.
A good sized pool, you don't need any bigger than that.
Not at all. Nobody ever goes in it. I swear nobody goes in the pool. It's just for
You're not going to do laps anyway.
But I would say when you are buying Emaar Oasis, understand that it will most likely be a renovation project. Yes, Emaar build the best communities, and I say it all the time, but there's a lot of dead space in their properties, and you will want to come in, make it your own, just like these guys have. For that size of property, if this is already getting 3 million, you could rent an Emaar Oasis for 1 million, you're going to get a 10% rental yield. Like, sorry, that is crazy, and that's still for less than half of what you get this on a renovated. So there's so many options. Again, we can go further in this in another video. But yeah, look at that, look how nice it is. It's gorgeous. So obviously we've been looking a lot in Jumeirah Islands prior to this situation for renovations. What are you seeing now on the renovation market? Are people still looking for them, or are they looking out for a distressed deal, or are you seeing more people buying renovated?
The gap in the market right now from a Jumeirah standpoint is a fully turnkey villa at 33 to 38, 39 million for a fully upgraded unit is more appealing than buying something at say 25. Simply because right now, because of the geopolitical situation, cost of materials has gone through the roof. Steel has gone up by 4. If you are an investor looking to buy, renovate and flip, it's a very difficult time to do it. If everybody's standing back, watching the market, who's bringing any turnkey villas to the market in 8, 10, 12 months time? So there's going to be a huge undersupply of turnkey villas in 12 months time because everybody's standing back right now and waiting. So the risk takers that will take on that extra cost of their renovation or might be able to scale back in terms of workforce and stuff like that, that might be able to kind of cut costs elsewhere, they will actually benefit in 12 months time because no one else will have a property ready. What you would have seen, this villa for example, would have rented for around 3 million per year.
Wow.
The previous one standard probably would have got between 1 to 1.25. What you will see is you'll see a lot more people rent for the next 12 months and watch.
100%.
And they'll watch the market and they'll try and pick up opportunities.
Yeah.
So buyers in the market right now that I've spoken to, they're like, we're going to rent. We're going to rent somewhere now for the next 12 months. If an opportunity comes up, we have the funds available to move on it.
At the start, I was like, maybe it's not a good time to invest in offhand, but to be honest, when you look at it, I do think it'll outpace this moment, and it will actually be a strategic way, as if you were buying into the stock market, you're looking down the line, it's a long-term investment. Yes, you can have a cash generating asset here, or you could potentially use it, but I think putting your money into something where the prices are already 10, 15, 22% below what they were a month ago, I think is a really strategic opportunity.
You just have to look at COVID. These villas were 7.5 million in COVID. And there was one guy who went off and bought 14 of them. You might not be at the bottom of the market yet. We're on a 10% correction right now, which was due anyway. We're nowhere near a 20-30% drop.
Yeah, we're not there yet. There are some properties though that are people that are over leveraged that we have seen drastic drops. We can't deny it. They're going to go to DLP, but there isn't loads of them that you've got options. It's whoever's the fastest and the most reactive. And I think that's what a lot of investors aren't understanding is, let me think about it. Let me have a look. Someone's already got their check through that have gone through multiple of these that are just seeing it as a monopoly play.
But those people that have liquidated those assets, a lot of them are serial investors that are getting out of OP break even because they want the funds available to buy something distressed.
Oh, 100%. I personally think this will be the level out and it'll pull again the serial investors in the communities like Jumeirah Islands, like Meadows, like Emaar Oasis, Talal Gaff.
These communities are always going to hold value because of location, location, location.
And I think that's the main thing people are still looking at Emaar Oasis is Emaar have been through 4 political situations and survived. So they're still betting on them surviving this. I think your biggest increase for here will be Uptown. So that for people that don't know, that's like your second DIFC2 where a lot of the bank legal firms will be. That's to be complete by 2030.
2029, 2030. Exactly, yeah.
But that'll be the largest free zone in Dubai now,
Yeah.
once that's complete, which is phenomenal because a lot of people love DIFC, but it's very expensive. So
Yeah.
the DMCC will be your next best bet.
Hi.
Small guys, don't worry. Big
Pop.
bank account though.
So that is a breakdown and a comparison of Emaar Oasis and Jumeirah Islands.
If anything you want to discuss, for us to go into further depth, breakdowns, walkthroughs, I mean, I love a walkthrough, drop a like, a subscribe, a comment, follow us on Instagram, and we'll be happy to do it again.